This video is brought to you in part by Zeal Sound and viewers like you. Thank you.
Yo, Speedy, clip this one.
Yeah,
Okay, so my question here is, y'all did 8 to 10 events this year.
I never compete with other people. We compete with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I think one of our biggest problems is there's a certain expectation that comes with URL that people hold us to. There's a higher standard. Like some people do cards that we can't get away, that we can't do. And some people could do things that we can't do, you know, and get away with it without a problem. I mean, I think there's, you know, other people and other platforms that are doing great things, but, you know, I don't really see any, not in that way. That's just how I feel. But this is hip hop, right? So I stand on what I believe, and I just don't believe that there's anyone. I mean, the numbers demonstrate themselves. Like last year in 2023, I think like on YouTube, like the most battles that dropped from one of the platforms is like maybe 27 battles, and then I believe the number 2 and number 3 platforms, it was like 16 or 17. In 2023, we shot 139 battles.
Jeez.
Okay? So basically, if you combine all of that together and doubled or tripled it, it still doesn't equate to the amount of output that we were able to put out. And a lot of that is due to the app. You know what I'm saying? We put all that funding directly back into the culture the best way that we can, and we manage it to try to make sure that everybody has opportunity.
Quality over quantity. My apologies. Chrome 23 was able to shoot into the top 3 leagues, able to overtake King of the Dot. Nailed it. ARP is retired. Chrome 23 is the number 2 league, and King of the Dot has reclaimed the number 3 spot, right? So who cares about them 139 battles? No, literally, who cares about them 139 battles? You probably had to drop 139 battles to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens if URL only does one event a year? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm saying, trying to spin these questions. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man, we dropped the most battles. You put in the most work. You didn't drop the most fire battles. You didn't drop all of the best battles. You didn't drop everybody's favorite battles. Am I lying? I mean, you gotta be real somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you want to say, of course, man, we're URL. We're the most respected. We're number 1. And there's a lot of people watching. You got them sponsors watching, man. You got them sponsors watching. You got them investors watching. You got all kind of people watching. And you know they watch everything. They not just going to watch Hip Hop Is Real. They not just going to watch 15 Minutes of Fame. They going to watch anything that has any type of significant numbers with URL's name attached to it. Beasley. Yo, this episode gonna sound dumb as hell, but no, it's crazy because when you really think about this, right? You drop 139 battles, right? You're able to do this because you putting all this funding back into the app. But how many people is investing in this app? If you dropping all these battles and you're doing all this, putting all this work in, why don't nobody care? Why ain't this a positive interview? Why is this rebuttaling, debunking, refuting? Like, you gotta do so much to defend yourself, defend your company and your name. Why ain't you just getting love? There's plenty of leagues out here that's gonna get love and praise for the things that they doing, and they nowhere near as big as a URL. They not dropping 139 battles. You know it's crazy. Beasley only referring to these top leagues. They not referring to the leagues that's having battles every week. They got 20-30 battles on the card. I'm talking about 20-30 battles to be having 40-60 battlers meeting up in one area. I'm trying to tell you, man, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I'm saying, just because those names not as big as the names that you trying to compare yourself to don't mean nothing. If you saying, oh, we dropped 139 battles, then compare that to all of the leagues that dropped a lot of battles. There's leagues that do that. I'm talking about 16, 17, or 27. Nah. I know leagues that dropping more than 30 battles in a year. Over a 12-month span? What? And if they having 20 battles on a card for an event and that whole event is dropping on YouTube, if they do 3 events, that's 60 battles a year. What are you talking about? So we're going to sit here and overlook all the people that's actually battling all the time. Okay. This is called spinning the narrative. This is called, you know what I'm saying, selective and all that, man. You nitpicking and whatnot. You're not even being for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Beasley was to really tell you the truth about the entire globe, the entire atmosphere of battle rap, he'd probably be giving up the sauce. That's why he can't tell you everything. He can't say too much. But real niggas know.
Just imagine, right? Like, if every league went to the links that we do to develop new talent, right? Like, everybody went out to the smaller platforms, found new guys, brought them in, brought them up, had them like come up through the rankings and taking them from like obscurity to megastars. And everybody had like 5 to 10 or more like guys that were at the top of the game that could like sell a stream and pack a building. And all of them could kind of face each other. Like, one league could face another league because there's going to be 10 to 15 guys that don't battle on the other platform.
Beasley has been wanting to do this for the longest. Use the smaller leagues. So you mean to tell me you don't want the smaller leagues to become bigger leagues? You just want to keep taking their talent? The smaller leagues are developing talent. Again, this is going to be a part 2 of the same video. That's crazy. Why is Beasley trying to push this agenda so much? If all of URL's talent is coming from smaller leagues, like I'm saying, my favorite artist is battling on Smoke Room Battle League or battling on Capital Battlegrounds. I want to see them take Capital Battlegrounds from 2,000 to 10,000 subscribers, from 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers. I don't want to see URL, Beasley, and Smack come swoop them up with a little chump change. I don't want to see them do that because there's so much room for growth if Bar You to Death, if We Go Hard, if Smoke Room, if Capital Battlegrounds, if Terms of Service, if what is TOS Terms of Service? Because now I think about it, might not. I want to see Upstate. I want to see Hit List. I want to see all of these individual leagues grow because there's more than just 3 or 4 leagues. If you're a major league, then maybe work with these smaller leagues. You know what I'm saying? Do cards with the smaller leagues. Remember, what was that Crime Battle League where it was a bunch of one-rounders you had? I think Twerk, QP, Cortez. I think even Reed was on that card. JC probably. It was a few people on that card. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see Battle Academy. Battle Academy is really taking over as far as what they're doing with their own talent. That's what I want to see. And there's a lot of leagues attempting to do that. And if they see Battle Academy is able to have versus RBE, versus Bullpen, versus Gates of the Garden, versus all of these different leagues. I mean, they had the Philly versus Chicago card. You know what I'm saying? They able to do all this, really reinvent and be innovative. You know what I'm saying? URL not doing that. But that's what I really want to see. You know what I'm saying? URL trying to take away and discredit the smaller leagues. You know what I'm saying? Say use them as a stepping stone. Use that as a lost and found. Like, no, man. You're not even developing your own talent. But you want to talk about these other leagues that's, quote, not developing no stars. Come on, man. You talking about... So you mean to tell me you don't want to develop talent, but you just want to develop stars? You want to take talented artists. And put them on your platform. You're not a league anymore then. At that point, you're a platform. And if you're a platform, then what? That don't make no sense. Like I'm saying, like, what is this, esports now? For all this, battlers might as well just be battling on the corner. They might as well just go back to battling on the corner. Because what is the purpose of going to a league battling for your hometown if you're just going to sell out to the URL? You see how URL treats their artists. Come on, man. But that's going to be that on that. That's going to be that on that. How y'all feel about this? I said Beasley was going to give up the sauce, and now that he gave up the sauce, this is the reason why other leagues aren't doing this. Beasley saying go steal talent from other leagues. Like Chilla Jones got TBL. So Takeover Battle League and Hitless, they have different divisions. You got Hitless NY and Hitless West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's like Hitless East, Hitless West, however they put it, you know what I'm saying? Then you got TBL, but Chilla Jones might have his I mean, it's all these different, like, you're gonna see TBL, but they have actual divisions. It's crazy. I didn't even know that. But yeah, that's the Northeast region. Like I'm saying, as far as Chilla Jones, you got a lot of different cliques out there. NGX, New Wave, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different. I mean, DWI. That's where Chirac come from. Y'all know who Chirac is. But yeah, how y'all feel about the fact that Beasley just out here stealing talent from all the smaller leagues? And it's crazy because y'all know who these people are. Like, I can name drop these people from these smaller leagues. They have enough notoriety to where they could really be on a card. Chirac was on a few cards. Shout out to Queen of the Ring. That's gonna be that on that. That's gonna be that on that though. How y'all feel about the fact that there are leagues developing talent, but because they aren't big leagues, like what? Like, hold on. These leagues are growing though. Like, it's gonna take time. Like, if you're taking a league from 500 subscribers and you're trying to build it up and compete with URL, they got 1 million plus subscribers just from sitting there. Like, it's just sitting there. They barely drop. They barely do anything. They not even posting highlights. Like, you could post highlights, bruh. I mean, you could post a clean version of round 1, clean version of round 3. Like, what? You know what you could do with the YouTube channel, but they're not creative. They're not creative. Creativity is what really gets you paid. Now, when you're business oriented, you're gonna go more for the algorithms and the stuff that has a blueprint. This is what already got people paid. This is what's guaranteed to get people paid. So we're just gonna put money into this. We're only gonna have a certain amount of profit, or we're probably still gonna be operating in the red, and we're still gonna have to micromanage and all this, that, and the third. But it's better than having to think of your own thing and praying that it works. Hey, come on, man. It's been working for everybody else. That's gonna be that on that though. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Speedy out.